Hello everyone, welcome to Old Bluff. I've decided to do a log cabin plan giveaway to all my subscribers. I think that's a good way to show appreciation for all you guys, and I appreciate you do subscribe, and if you have not, I would appreciate you thinking about doing so. So you get a free set of log cabin plans. Now, with these plans, what I've done, I've drawn a 1-bedroom and a 2-bedroom floor plan. There's also front elevation, one side elevation, foundation plan, and foundation detail. So it's everything that's needed to get a building permit to build this structure. Now, a lot of thought has gone into this. The size and the arrangement of the rooms, and it's an open concept, and you'll see that in the floor plan once we start talking about that. But I have timber frame trusses on the inside, and then another roof system on top of that out of standard 2x6s. So it's insulated, but when you look up, it'll all be open vaulted ceiling with 4 timber frame trusses showing. So the one interior wall that goes down the length of the building, it will secure to the bottom cord of the trusses. And I'm going to allow for any settling that might go on. We'll talk about that in my build videos at a later point. But a lot of thought's gone into this. And one thing I want to say about it, and a lot of people don't know, some of you may, that several states have implemented a new ordinance that, say, if you have a piece of property and you want to build an additional, say, a mother-in-law's quarters or whatever you might call it, to rent out for Airbnb, or it could be for your mother-in-law or child, they're limiting the square footage. It can't be over 700 square feet. So with that in mind, I drew these plans at 690 square feet. It's a little bit unconventional. What I've drawn is 23 by 30. Normally what you'd see is something 24 by 32 so that your subfloor and the 4x8 sheets would work out on that and for roof decking. But I stayed below that 700 square foot mark. So what I plan to do is, if you are a current subscriber, just send me an email to this email listed below here. And in the regards box, just include cabin plans. And I'll get a set of plans emailed out to you. But what I'm going to do is I'm only going to mail one drawing per week. That way, hopefully you'll stay subscribed. But I've got a lot of other information that's going to be coming out as well. I'm going to actually do a material takeoff list for conventional framing. That would include the floor system and conventional 2x4s, 2x6, whatever you want to use for building your cabin. But you in turn be able to take that to a supplier and get a quote for your takeoff list. That'll be coming up later on down the road. And if you're not a subscriber, like I say, I'd appreciate it if you'd think about it. Just hit the subscribe button and send an email out to me regarding the cabin plans, and I'll get a set out to you. Now, what I'm planning to do is build an email list of subscribers, and once a month, whatever subscribers I get in a month, I'm going to have that as one list of subscribers. Then what subscribers I get each additional month, they'll go in a separate email list. That way I'll make sure that I have sent everyone all of the plan drawings that I've got. There's going to be about 8 involved with this once it's over with. There's a lot to it. But these will come as a PDF file, so if you have Adobe Acrobat, you'll be able to modify them, or you can convert it to a JPEG or something and just, draw it like you want it. Just make changes. I mean, what I've done, it might not be exactly what you've got in mind, but you'll have this full set of plans to work from anyway. And once you get these files, what I have done is you email the file to, I believe it's printme.com, which is Staples. They'll send you a certification number and you verify it. Then you can have them print off in C-size format, that's 18 by 24, the plans. And I think I only paid like $25 for 4 sets of plans, so it's very economical in that regard. So anyway, I hope you enjoy this, and don't forget to subscribe if you haven't. So let's get on with the video. Look who's being lazy today. You think having new pups, he wouldn't be so tired. Here you can see I've got the 2-bedroom design up on the screen here. The 1-bedroom that I have, all I did was eliminate this wall here, so then this would become living room and then have dining room here. I thought living room office combination here would work good, and then a dining area here, another sitting area. You notice though that I've got exit doors from each bedroom. As a matter of fire safety, you're supposed to have 2 exit points for each bedroom. And because my log cabin is going to be about 20 inches off the ground, I just went ahead and went with smaller windows here so that they wouldn't necessarily satisfy the escape codes that fire safety has as far as regulations, and just added these exterior doors here. I plan on doing a 10 by 20 back porch added onto this cabin that I'm doing, and I'll have about an 8 by 10 front porch here at the front door. And you can see that I have drawn in, these lines here are the actual timber frame trusses, so there's 4 of them across the building here, and this is the only interior wall that spans underneath those trusses, so it'll be secured here, 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 and there. But I'm going to allow for any kind of settling that might go on by having metal brackets with bolts so that they're secured to the bottom of these, the side of these truss members, but with slotted openings, so that as settling occurs over time, I can loosen these up and let these beams relax instead of being bowed up in the center. And you can see how I've just notched them halfway through at the log walls. So they're going to be secured to the log walls, and this is going to be a solid 23-foot, well 22/6 timber frame piece here. So it's going to tie the log walls together. These 2 shorties here will be tied to this conventional framed wall. Now, above the bathroom and closet area for this drawing that I have done, this is going to be a loft area, but I'm going to close it in around the perimeter, probably with just board and batten, rough sawn 1x12s or something. And as far as heating, what I plan to do is do a 3-zone mini split system. So I'll have the outdoor unit sitting somewhere out here on the side of the building, and one 9,000 BTU unit in the center of this wall up high, one 18,000 BTU centered in this wall up high, the same with another 9,000 BTU on this side. So that should be plenty for this size building, and each person will be able to customize what temperature they want in their bedroom and in this living area. You can see that I have drawn in pocket doors here going into the bathroom, and the bathroom is a Jack and Jill setup, so it's accessible to either bedroom. I'm calling this bedroom the master bedroom because it has the washer and dryer in this little nook area here. So, and I've got a swinging door here. What I'm thinking about doing, and this is just a change in plans once you look at things, maybe do a sliding barn door here so it would slide, and I've got room beside the washer and dryer that this door could just slide out of the way. Same with this door. There's room for it to slide between the entry door and the wall right here. So I may do that and just keep this one pocket door here for privacy. But I do have a alternate heat source in the bathroom. This is a vent light heat unit. It'll be mounted in the ceiling. You can see I've drawn in a 4-foot shower, so that's an adequate size to include a bench seat. I didn't draw it in, but that's what I had in mind with it. That'll give a 4-foot vanity area. And I have a linen closet drawn in here to keep towels and toiletries, whatever. And I've got about a little bit over 30 inches in clearance here for the toilet area, which is a minimum, but that should be sufficient for that with vent light over that. As far as the size of the bedrooms, you can see these are about 13 feet almost in length and 10 feet in this direction. I think I've got 10 feet. It's going to be a little bit less than 10 feet wall to wall inside here. Same way on this side, a little bit less than 10 feet here, but 13 feet here with this added offset area. And I plan on, for the washer and dryer area, I plan on putting a fold down ironing board in this area right behind the entry door. I've drawn in the electrical panel here behind the entry door into the kitchen, and I've checked current building codes will allow that as long as you're greater than 6 feet from any water source, and you've got plenty of room there. You know, it's not a huge building, but I think it's adequate in what it has for people. I'm going to probably rent these out. I plan on doing 1 or 2 at least over time. And you can see that the closets are a decent size. They're 5 by 6, so that'll let you get your door open and have adequate shelving on 2 walls. And I plan on lining these closets with the cedar OSB, putting it up with screws. That way, if I have to access plumbing at any point, I can just take the shelves down and take a piece of that plywood down, OSB. And I have drawn in a 6-inch plumbing wall across this area, but I also extended a 6-inch wall out here. What I plan to do is vent the dryer out in this wall and take it right outside in this area here. And it'll drop down lower than what it will come out of the dryer, so it'll turn down along this path. That gives me room to get my plumbing vent in this area behind all of my plumbing. My sewage line is going out in this area, so these are things that you have to think about. But I'll only have one sewage line running straight to this corner, and everything just ties into it. The sink will tie in, and the kitchen will tie in somewhere out in this area. And that'll have the vent behind everything, so that should work good. Talking about the electrical, you can see here I've drawn in floor outlets. And that's because I'm doing a log structure, and I'm doing a concrete slab. I'm building this slab up 24 inches off the footing, but I'll backfill about 8 inches or so. So overall, it's going to be between 16 and 20 inches off the ground. That's what's recommended for a log structure to keep the splash off your bottom logs. I'll probably go ahead and do some kind of borate solution treatment for the bottom 4 courses once I get to that point. But you know, I think it's a good floor plan, and you know, as I said earlier, it might not be exactly what you have in mind, but you know, by getting a set of these, you're able to take the ideas that I've got, considerations, and kind of change it around to what you think you might want, what might work best for you. It's a smaller kitchen, but I think it's adequate, especially for rental. Even, you know, 1 or 2 people, I think there's plenty going on here. I did move the ceiling fan to center up between the kitchen sink and refrigerator. These other ceiling fans I have on the bottom cord of the trusses that I've built. I think that's going to about cover this, but if you have other questions, you know, as always, just leave a comment or send me an email. If you do have other questions about it, what I'm doing, if I didn't cover something that you're interested in, and I'll be glad to talk with you about it, and we'll just take it from there. So I hope you enjoyed this. I hope you're a subscriber. If not, please think about doing so. So until next video, take care and be safe. you.